So again, why doesn't this line of reasoning matter 3 to 4,000 videos later? Because Set, the idea of Set is the same as the idea of Hades, right? For the same reason it's Serapis, right? What did Set seek to do? He seek to make Osiris passive, okay? To make it about baby Horus and to make it about the child of Isis. Now that he couldn't win in the minds of the masses of Egyptians and the trade route people that he is the true son of Ra, he's going to try to confuse you about who Horus really is by making Osiris passive. It's kind of like Set and Osiris are the same person, Lucifer and the devil. They're both evil, obviously. And the devil kills Lucifer, has sex with Isis, and she has the con whore child, the min whore, the chemistry using the liar, the fake whore, and so on. Goes back to Serapis, Osiris, and Apis, and Hades. Okay. And so Hades is also play on words. Look at it backwards, the interchangeable vowels. See, do. I went to reform school called see, do, ironically. You see, monkey do, right? They're doing what, they're playing follow the leader, they're emulating sickos on TV. And this is not a coincidence. Again, even if the massive amounts of evidence that I have presented that the wordplay is accurate, okay, all the ideas that just happen to line up, you believe by some weird twist of faith that this is not a valid explanation. If the idea fits, it fits. Okay. Number 12, reflection and levels of consciousness. So when I say I'm covertly drugged, right, the main argument I have reiterated many times, I'm the top martial artist, the divine order. They couldn't, you see me in different levels of consciousness at different times of the day. Right now it's probably about 10 o'clock at night or so. You know, I have reiterated this point. I have thoroughly examined it as opposed to little details that I got wrong. Like perhaps the Roe versus Wade. Okay, I believe at some point I believe that I thought it was some kind of civil rights. I forgot what I thought it was, and it actually had more to do with. It actually had to do with abortion. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so that was a mistake, and even if I'm mistaken about it now, it proves my point, right? Who fucking cares if I'm mistaken about that? That's just a key point that overkills my point, and one of many. Okay, if I'm building a sandcastle, right? And I happen, a little speck of sand, you know, falls off. Did I not build, and the sandcastle comes out perfectly. Did I not still build the sandcastle perfectly? I mean, it's fucking stupid. Stupid not to see it that way. Anyway, after reiterating my point and sobering up between drugged food and fuming, right? At some points I'm coming down from the drugs they're giving me, like the alcohol comparison, right? The effects of alcohol. Just because someone's drunk at one point doesn't mean that they aren't sober at another. So if I'm being, you know, people are forcing me to drink or something, for example, right? I'm not always drunk. I'm always buzzing hard, you know. I'm coming down and so on. I'm in different states of minds, different states of sobering up, different levels of consciousness. And yes, I still see it the same way. And yes, I'm very intelligent. And yes, she should be able to tell by this video alone that I'm intelligent, I'm correct, my argument is coherent, it is effective, it is articulate, it is concise, okay, when it needs to be. Number 13, image-related issues on the phone, okay. It is stupid to think that I'm mistaken about this. Yes, your phones are designed to play out people with African features, with specific African features that are not similar to other people. The more someone is a sub-Saharan African with certain types of sub-Saharan African features, the more the phone plays them out. And then there are some features like the big forehead. You know, if you have a little bit big of a forehead, for some reason the phone seems to be making my forehead look fucking huge. That's part of why I wear the beanies in my different videos, okay? Because it makes me look like Mad TV, like a caricature or something, where it exaggerates my feature. I know that because I look at how it changes the pictures that I put in my videos. It slightly alters them and so on and so forth. And to further compound the problem with the pictures, sometimes it does not take it, no matter what angle I use, it does not record it. You know, some hacking or so, I don't know what's going on with that. It doesn't do it full screen, right? It does it, you know, only in the middle of the screen. It's been a while since I've gone over these computer terms. I really don't give a shit. My focus is on why the meaning of life and the martial art order and everything that has to do with that and doing the right thing, sacred morality. Anyway, number 14. The house niggas that take on white culture and overseers, etc., with more white genes are accepted as more desirable by blacks in the form of gangsters, house niggas, preppies, jocks, thugs, and so on. Okay, these are the guys that people are trained to look up to. They have the mannerisms and so on and so forth. Now, granted, to a lot of black people, I talk white, but so the fuck what? It is the true spirit that I'm in. It is the culture that I refer to. Why they have some kind of, scientific bullshit explanation. Anyway, who is likely to lie and why? Okay, when you look at somebody who is being uncontrolled, he's being sabotaged, he's being chemically castrated, he now has to wear glasses, which takes away from his appeal. Who is more likely to lie and why and how? Okay. Number 16. The Jewish-looking philosophers of Greece, etc. Okay. They use evil and science. Well, basically, I'm having trouble reading these notes, but anyway, it has something to do with the Jewish-looking philosophers of Greece, and basically, the fact that they use evil and science proves them wrong, and how much more the people that are following it proves them insane, and so on and so forth. Okay, I see what it's saying. Okay, over time, their own sciences prove them wrong, and this drives them insane. Okay. Where this is the ancient disagreement, they're scrambling. On some level, they're hoping by some miracle they're going to escape the judgment of the Creator. The more they analyze nature and the more they think about these things, the more they build on the work of the past generations, the more they see that they're wrong scientifically and otherwise. And it is driving them insane, and everyone who follows with them. Okay, number 17. The logic of animals and species, right, in clans and tribes, okay, versus the martyr who is mixed, okay? I'm somebody who, one way or another, what I'm doing is going to cause my death. Even if I die of stress when I'm 60 years old, okay? I've given my life so that people can have the light, the true light of the Creator, without the bullshit, without the racial motivations, the financial motivations, the sexual motivations, all this bitch shit, okay? Just because I'm telling women to submit to do the right thing doesn't mean I think that they're going to do that, okay? Certainly when you consider how harsh I've been to them, if for nothing else, and how I'm going to be, I'm getting closer to 40 one way or another, okay? There's not exactly a lot of hope, and I'm being chemically castrated. I'm not kidding when I say that, I'm basically, to make a long story short, I'm being chemically castrated and everything that comes with it, including the reduction in sexual drive. This cannot be chopped up to some kind of mental disorder, some bitch shit. That's absolute garbage. There is no other explanation other than the covert drugging. Everything is consistent with the eugenic philosophy and trying to make me look bad, and also preventing me from having a child. Someone who is as handsome, as smart as I am, from as good of a family as I do. I mean, even if you just look at 13% of America is black, even if you remove the racial argument, right? 13% of America is black. What's stopping the black community, the black attractive women from dating me? Okay, what's stopping them? Okay? There's no way around it. Yes, I'm sabotaged for telling the truth. Yes, they're chemically castrating me. Yes, reproduction is controlled. The most rebellious race in the population is controlled to a T when it comes to their reproduction. Okay, even my reproduction is controlled because I can't find a potential mate because they're all brainwashed sissies. Think about it. I can't find a suitable helper. Okay, much less a place where I could have a family and without my kid being molested and abused and so on by complete satanic garbage. Anyway, moving on. Number 18. Even my own family members, okay, are expressing, basically my brother's expressing my mother's genes more where it matters most. There's this absence of intense morality that my dad expressed when he was younger. and they're more like kind of conforming, right? Conformity is a female trait, okay? So if your dad is the type of guy who, when you were younger, raised you to insist on the highest moral standard, and your mom was conforming, and you get older, right? And your dad starts changing the way he is, okay? It doesn't matter if you change in the ways. That's how you were raised. So how we were developed, I became the guy who insisted on the higher moral standard. They're the guys who are kind of conforming to get along with society at this point, from what I gather. And incidentally, since this began, okay, I began making videos. My older brother has gotten beat up under suspicious circumstances, sent to the hospital, right? Got mugged twice, okay? My little brother, the other day, was hit by a car, okay? And they had given me warnings ahead of time. They basically said in the target individual group that beware that these people are causing accidents, okay? And they had given me other signs. In fact, I was working on the word obstruction. I can't really get into detail, but they gave me definitive signs beforehand, which is what people in organized crime and so on and so forth tend to do, right? They're like, look, take this as a warning. And basically, he got hit by a van going 30 miles an hour, right, on the side of the van, right? Supposedly there was a bike on the road, the van, he's walking on the street, okay, and he gets hit, you know, and basically he gets sent to the hospital, okay? And we go over there and visit him and so on and so forth. And to make a long story short, you know, nothing really bad happened, just a lot of scrapes and bruises. Okay, so they demonstrated an ability to get to them at any time, which is kind of no shit. The government can get to you and your family anytime. And the ability to exact the amount of suffering they wish to inflict. In fact, I have a picture that I'm going to post without his permission, mind you, of the blood on the hospital, bed. Okay, now, this is interesting because a lot of you are going to play stupid. But on the bed, there is, the blood pattern is basically a face that is straight, okay? Two eyes and a straight line, which is how you draw a kind of neutral face, okay? There's probably other designs in the blood pattern. And I've shown you definitively, like when the, on the wall, on the handball court, the basketball court of my house, when they do the gargoyle punching the black guy, okay? Who knows? It could be a reference to my older brother getting beat up. Who knows? Okay, it's more likely a reference to the big, strong guy beating up in a fight the skinny guy. When, of course, my argument has to do with ancient combat. So, you know, this is significant, important. So let me write down. I can't review my videos because it causes me. You know, I can't. My eyes and my ears start acting up and so on when I review it. I can't watch videos and so on. Anyway, I got some more stuff to get over. You know, there's a lot of things I can't do. You know, I can't go out at night. You know, the lights bother me, and I shouldn't go into detail too much more. But you know, they do things in a way. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Okay, there's no reason. There's no way I could be confused about these things. Okay, I'm somebody who's honed his senses for basically 20 years doing martial arts. Okay, also I have pictures I'll put at the end. Because I don't want to make any more videos. Okay, this is the last one. I'll put the Bruce Lee on. I'll release the Bruce Lee one on a significant day and so on and so forth. Anyway, the first pictures are from '96. The next one's gonna be probably about '98, '99. Okay, after I go to reform school, and basically my story is significant. It's important, but at the end of the day, people are Satanists, and it doesn't matter. You know, people in secret societies are doing some kind of ritual because of who my family is, who I am, and the martial art order, and they're basically reacting to the martial art order. That's the whole thing with secret societies. I've proven that definitively. Watch my videos. Watch every video on this channel if you have to until you fucking get it. And that's the truth of the matter. Anyway, the prophet must be a wise and thinking man to explain things to people. God, you know, why would God choose somebody who doesn't think? You know, I'm just gonna fucking leave it here. You know, there's some other stuff I can go over. Who fucking gives a shit? At the end of the day, you know, people show an unwillingness to do the right thing. It's like, why am I even making these fucking videos? Okay, it really doesn't make any fucking sense. You know, in terms of expecting people to change. In terms of a matter of principle, yes.